Brew, is he in the MVP conversation for you?
He's in the conversation. I mean, it's clearly Baker right now.
Classic one.
Mahomes is obviously moving into it. And it's hard to even hold the 3-3 against Mahomes because most teams are 4-2 that are, players are in it. But Drake is in it.
Thank you.
He might be on Brew's ballot. He is.
Warm my heart.
As you look at the numbers, obviously he's got the great win against Buffalo. He's played for his last 5 games. He's got a passer rating of over 100 in each of those games.
140.
3 of them are over one. Yeah, is it 140 in those 3 games?
140, 101, 155, 102, 138.
So he's playing great, and he doesn't have an all-pro receiver, even though Diggs is kind of turned back the clock. He doesn't have an all-pro receiver, doesn't have an all-pro running back, probably even a Pro Bowl running back. So he's doing.
No, definitely doesn't have a Pro Bowl running back.
Never know. You never know nowadays. You're right with injuries, but I'm just saying, he's in it.
And he does have Josh McDaniels, who did turn Mac Jones into a Pro Bowler very early on.
Yeah.
And
some say that's the most impressive coaching feat in the history of the NFL.
Mac Jones playing okay.
And I think that you're seeing the development of Mac Jones and the value of that relationship. And I think also having someone like Mike Vrabel who brings a different mentality, and there seems to be a extreme confidence in him, and to me, similar to Harbaugh with Justin Herbert, that has an effect. And if we're going to talk about Baker in this conversation, let me just show you something quickly. If you compare the two guys right now through the course of the season, and Baker is at third, this is where Drake Maye compares to Baker Mayfield throughout the course of the season. And in a lot of those categories, Drake Maye is better. So
total touchdowns just for the record.
Conversation?
12-12.
12-12. He's got the 2 running touchdowns that Baker doesn't have. So if Baker's where he is, then Drake's got to be.
Yeah, part of that. Listen, part of MVP. This is the difference between something like Brew's ballot and the odds. The odds involve there's projection built into it. Like that's why Mahomes' 3-3 record is not held against him. Because they are assuming the Chiefs are going to have a good record, and he's playing at this level, and so it's also
that's why Allen's number 1.
Correct, Allen's number 1 because they think they're going to have an awesome record, and so the projection piece of it. But I want you to be able to. This is a great moment for you.
You should really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Do you think it's going to fall off a cliff?
I don't necessarily think it's going to fall off the cliff, but I think that you're cliff adjacent.
At Tennessee with a new coach, so maybe they get that new coach bounce, but maybe not. Home against the Browns, home against the Falcons. At Tampa Bay, tough. Home against the Jets.
Let's go, New England Patriots. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this video right now. I'm going to have so much fun with this video, and I am specifically making this because in my earlier Patriots video, someone in the comment section said, hey, man, watch your video, support it, love it, subscriber. Hope you keep making Patriots video. Hope you make more Patriots videos. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. Because I said, when you guys watch the videos, when you guys comment, when you subscribe, it puts me in a position now to be able to keep making Patriots videos. It keeps making me, it puts me in that position. And that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to cover all these teams and not have to worry about if I make a Patriots video, are 400 people going to watch it and I'm going to get 2 comments. And I keep trying to genuinely emphasize it's because I just want to make content that people actually want to watch. That's what it gets boiled down to, right? That's really what it gets boiled down to. And when you guys watch the videos, when you watch the full length videos, and when you actually subscribe, this is what happens right now. Right now, I've got a Pittsburgh Steelers video that's just popping off right now. They're rising to the occasion, hundreds of subscribers, and it's amazing. And I'm trying to get that going with the Patriots. And before we even jump into this part of it, this is what I keep trying to tell people. And I keep getting flagged as a Baker Mayfield hater and this or that and nonsense. But it's like, if you want to praise everything that Baker Mayfield's doing right now, then you better take a really big, deep breath and start to praise every single thing that Drake Maye is doing. Because what Drake Maye is doing is awesome, and if not better. He's got a worse offense. He has played a total of 19 total games. This is the first time that he's been with this coaching staff. He took down Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, the division rival, who have just been monsters in the division for years, and he did it on the road. And someone like Baker, who has a wide receiver in Egbuka, who is arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Yeah, he's a rookie. I don't care. He's actually legitimately an MVP candidate. And last time I checked, we knocked other players when they had that, when Christian McCaffrey with Brock Purdy, Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson. But for Baker, no effect. None. Zero. Little. You're just a hater. You're just a hater. I'm not being a hater. I'm just speaking reality. Explain to me why Drake Maye then doesn't deserve to be, because of one less loss? Or because of one more loss? Like, what? You beat a decimated, injured backup quarterback with Mac Jones and the 49ers? You beat the Atlanta Falcons, who have not been a very good team? You beat the Houston Texans, who have not been a very good team? You lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. So we can play that game and we can point to, well, who did the Patriots beat in this and third? All fair game. All fair game. But Drake Maye has risen to the occasion. He has stepped up. And it's been great. We don't have to downplay that. That's why I'm not even really interested in these comparisons. I hate that I even brought up Baker Mayfield, because then I'm going to invite people being like, you hate Baker Mayfield, you hate Baker Mayfield. And I actually just want to talk about Drake Maye. I'm not the one that made this chart. But I do think it's a perfectly illustrated point. When you think about all the hype that a Baker Mayfield is getting right now, all the energy, all the momentum, you better match at least some of that with what Drake Maye is doing. Because it's been awesome. Because I've been going through the stats here, and I came across something that's pretty legit. Drake Maye has the highest completion percentage in the NFL at 75%. Let me put this in context, by the way, real fast. For those of you who don't know. For deep ball passing, if you're just like in the 40s to 50s to low 50s, that's elite. That's great. You for deep ball passing completion percentage, you would take that. You would absolutely be like, oh, 45%, 44%, perfect. Like that, I mean, that is great. Drake Maye is at 75%. He's 12 for 6. Him and Sam are the top two. They're the only ones in 70. No one's even in the 60s. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when you look at this, you got Drake Maye 75, Sam Darnold 71.4, and then it immediately drops off to 56.3, 53, 47, 47, 45, 44, 43, 42, right? Like, it just keeps going. So, yeah, it's been legit. And his PFF rating for deep ball passing is 99.7. Now, again, I'm on the record saying that some of these deep ball passing stats are a little bit overrated to a degree. Russell Wilson has always been this great deep ball passer, and even this year didn't lead them to a lot of wins. Tua Tagovailoa, it's not leading to a lot of wins. He's 96.4 PFF passer rating, and has a 50. He's got the third highest completion percentage. It can only get you so much. But when you see how everything else Drake Maye has accomplished this season, everything else he's doing, and you put it together, right? That's why you never just look at singular stats. Even something like this can be somewhat misleading. I'm more interested in a game like this. Okay, a quarterback who was pressured top in the NFL like 14, 15 times. So over half, 50%, took only one sack. You're pressuring a young quarterback. Notoriously, that is the way how you beat young quarterbacks. We're just going to pressure you. We don't think that you're going to be able to read the defenses, process things fast enough. You're going to panic. You're playing in your 10th game of your life at the NFL level. You still don't understand really how fast and how physical this game moves at the NFL level. We're just going to pressure you. This guy's getting pressured through the roof. And yet he's 18 for 26, 261 yards, 10 yards per pass attempt, 3 touchdowns, takes 1 sack for a loss of 1 yard, and a 140-point passer rating. Not to mention, there was no run game for him to rely on at all. At all. Drake Maye was the leading rusher with a whopping 28 yards. 9 carries with 28 yards. We have Stevenson and Henderson getting together two-ish. What is the quick math? Probably, what is that? 2-ish, 2.4, 2-ish. Yards per carry. Probably less than that, even less than that, because 13 of the carries were actually at 1.4 yards per carry with Stevenson. So just zero reliance. So you're getting pressured. You can't rely on the run game. Like I talked about in my previous video, the best way to support a young quarterback, any quarterback really, but especially a young quarterback, protect him, give him some time in the pocket, and get the run game going. They did not do that. They did not do that. They could not get the run game going, and they could not protect Drake Maye, and yet he still balled out. That's really great. That's really great. And these are the collection of his receivers. So, yeah. Really, really, really impressive. So he deserves heaps of praise. And we don't have to keep worrying, like Nick pointed out about the, the projecting into the future and whatnot. And I get that from a strictly like mathematical gambling perspective, because there's like actual financial, financial stakes involved. But like, we can just appreciate what we're seeing right now. And yeah, they're going up against Tennessee. They're going up against Cleveland. Going up against Cleveland will be an interesting game, because it is a tougher defense. Quarterback situation, I don't think is actually too terrible. So it'll actually just be kind of an interesting game. The Atlanta Falcons, the Bucks, the Jets, the Bengals. I mean, Bengals, the Giants. Yeah, I know they got some juice and Jackson Dart and stuff like that, but I see the Patriots at a higher level than that. And then, of course, the Bills and the Ravens. Who the heck knows what the Ravens are going to look like by week 16 and by week 17. But the New York Jets, I mean, who's is Justin Fields still going to be the quarterback? I don't know. Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel fired already. Like, what's the story there? So there are legitimate wins here. If you're the New England Patriots, you're expecting to beat the Titans. You're expecting to beat the Browns. You're expecting to beat the Falcons. You could concede a loss to the Bucks. You're expecting to beat the Jets. You're expecting to beat the Bengals. You're expecting to beat the Giants. You can concede a split with the Buffalo Bills. But and again, the Ravens are a little bit hard because who's their quarterback? What's going on there? But let's say it's Lamar Jackson. Let's say they're fighting for their life, and you're now getting an onslaught from the Ravens. You're getting the best football that they've played in years because they're in desperation mode. You can concede a loss there, and then you're expecting to beat the Jets, and you're expecting to beat the Dolphins. That's a lot of wins. That's a lot of wins. With essentially, the first-time true full-time starter in Drake Maye, brand new coaching staff. No one was saying that this Patriots team is a stacked roster. Many people weren't even predicting them to make the playoffs. I don't know, man. If he keeps continuing with these stats, and again, he can against the Titans. He can against the Jets, the Bengals, the Giants, and the Jets again, and the Dolphins. We'll see about the Bucks and the Falcons and the Browns. But I don't know, man. We have to start to be a little bit more looser and not so rigid with these comparisons and what our expectations are and why we constantly put these people through such a narrow lens. We especially these young quarterbacks, we either want to love them and praise them relentlessly because that's what seems like the cool thing to do in that moment. So we just heaps of praise. Or we want to be like, well, let's slow, or it's like the exact opposite. Let's slow down. Jim Daniels was unbelievable last year. And yet I don't think he ever was truly in the MVP conversation. And I don't understand how. And the only reason why is because the media and the attention they were not ready to have that conversation. They weren't ready to accept it. They weren't ready to be like, yeah, he's actually leading his team more than Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. No one wanted to say that. Nobody wanted to really honestly face that and have that conversation. But with other younger quarterbacks in the past, whether it be Lamar, Mahomes, whatever, they were ready to do it. They're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's party. Let's elevate these quarterbacks as high as we possibly can. And now, right now, kind of what you're seeing with Baker Mayfield, who's playing great, undeniably playing great. But they're like, nope, we're ready for this party. Let's keep doing it. And it's fun, and Baker's fun, and there's a lot of energy in Tampa. Like, let's go. And they just want to keep boosting. And it's just like, when you look at the stats, when you look at the numbers, when you look at the accomplishments, you're like, well, then what's the fundamental difference? It's all narrative-based. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Drake Maye and the New England Patriots? Has Drake officially entered the MVP convo? And if he hasn't, with these numbers, with this levels of success, why is one apparently the clear MVP favorite and Drake Maye isn't even in the conversation? Can someone answer that question for me? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.